Hey Cornerstone, I wanted to take a few minutes to talk about our church and COVID-19 over the last few weeks. Over the last month, we've seen an increase in the COVID-19 cases here in our community and in our church. Our own church staff was directly affected by the current outbreak. As soon as we noticed that some of our folks were exhibiting symptoms, we took the action of closing our church offices in order to protect both our staff and our church members. Shortly after closing, we did find out that one of our staff members, the first one, tested positive with COVID-19, led us to moving to close all of our church services. We still have several of our folks who are affected with COVID-19, and we want to encourage you to keep them in your prayers. As you can imagine, over the last several weeks being quarantined, our staff is very anxious to get back to doing ministry. There are a few things that we need to work together to do as a church body. I know it seems like nothing has divided people more recently over whether to wear or not to wear a face mask. But we are going to ask you to wear a face mask while you are walking around the building and in close proximity to other people. If you forget your mask, don't let that stop you from joining us in worship. We will have masks available for you as you enter the building. We have placed hand sanitizer throughout the building. As you enter and exit, I would strongly encourage you to use hand sanitizer. Additionally, you will find seats that are roped off. We really want to ask you to help us. Those seats are roped off with intent. For one, to help us keep social distancing space between us and the people around us. But also, as people come in, we want them to have the ability to sit in a seat that has not already been used that weekend. We switch those seats that are roped off in between every service. Additionally, we want to ask you to help us to be able to limit contact as we come to the building. It is so difficult. It is within our nature to want to just love on each other as a church. And so as you come in, it's so hard to not put that hand out and shake someone's hand or put a hug around them. I find myself finding that difficult myself. But I'm going to ask you, please don't think we're rude. We try not to shake your hand, and instead we offer you an elbow. And I would encourage you to do the same. That would help us to limit contact amongst our congregation. It is even more difficult when you come forward to pray with us as pastors. And so we have developed a strategy where we'll be praying with you around a table at the front of the sanctuary or at the back. And so please help and know and understand that it is just an effort that we're making to be able to limit contact to help protect both us and you as we move forward. We hired an outside service to perform a fog sanitation of the entire church sanctuary and our church offices, where they fog it for viruses and then do a wipe down. We also increased some of our sanitation efforts. So I just kind of want to go back and recap. There are 5 main things we're really asking you to help us with. 1, we want you to wear a mask when you come to the church building. 2, we really encourage you to use those hand sanitizers as you come in and out. We want you to respect the spacing inside the buildings and help us to limit contact, and understand that we are making every effort to create a safe environment by increasing our sanitation inside the church body. We are really looking forward to coming back into the church and having church with you. We are excited about what we know God's doing here in our church over the last few weeks, even before we had to leave the building. We know the Spirit of God is moving right inside Cornerstone Baptist Church, and we are excited about being able to share that with you. But as we look forward to it, there are a few reasons where we would encourage you to stay home and join us online from the comfort of your couch. First and foremost, if you're just not comfortable entering back into the building yet, we encourage you to join us online. We make every effort to continue to improve what we put out for you in those efforts. And then 2 more reasons. If you have any kind of symptom that may identify in any way with you being sick, a cough, a sneeze, a headache, we'd encourage you to stay home and join us online from the online campus. Additionally, if you're in contact with someone that has a symptom, we encourage you to join us online from our online services. We're really looking forward to what's going to happen here, and I look forward to seeing you in person if you're able to join us this week here at the Corner. We think exciting things are happening.